Hey everyone, Leo Bond here. I'm back again today for the Best Buy Canada blog, and this time I'm looking at the Arcade1Up NBA Jam arcade machine with riser. And this is basically exactly what it sounds like. It is a full-sized arcade machine that you have in your very own home, just like back in the day with all the arcades. Now, I grew up in a town that was too small to have arcades, so that wasn't really a thing for me. But when this came and I put it together, I was absolutely blown away. It does come in pieces. It's similar to putting together any pressed wood type of furniture, so it took roughly an hour and a half probably to do it. I'm trying to extrapolate based on the shorter amount of time it took, but the fact that my wife helped me. So probably would take about an hour and a half for one person to do. It is somewhat complex. There's a lot of bits and pieces, nuts, bolts, screws, everything like that. Several panel pieces. It's a little bit like putting together a puzzle, but there are pretty good instructions. And I'll kind of walk you through a little bit of what I'm doing here. So at this point, I'm putting in the dowels, and they kind of go in along with the screws in different places to hold all the different panels together. And at this point here, I'm putting on the LCD screen, and that's held on by little brackets and 4 screws, 2 one way and 2 the other on each side. That holds the screen into place. And then there's a lot of sliding panels and things into place. Some are not held in by screws, some just sit there. But the big side panels, there's several screws that holds that into place, and several dowels as well. And it does take a bit of wiggling around just to kind of get it in the right position. But once you do, you start driving in the screws, and the thing starts to really come together quickly. Then in the front, there's a nice little thing that shows the different games that it includes. And one of the final steps, of course, is to put on the actual console and screw down the different joysticks and stuff. And as you can see, that's a pretty big thing. Now, I don't think that this machine is likely to tip over. It is intended, though, for people ages 14 and up, and if a small child did try to climb up the side of it, it is certainly possible that it could come down. So definitely be careful of that. And here I am screwing on the joysticks. And then you just go around to the back and plug in all the wires. There's one for volume, there's one for power, I think there's one for graphics and that sort of thing. And you get those all into place, and then you're going to end up putting on the final backing, which is just pretty much just like you see in any type of pressed wood furniture. And there's a place there for the cord to come out. You screw her in, and you're basically good to go. The final step is plug it in and start to play. And once you get it set up, provided you have a proper place to put it, it is a lot of fun. It's got a cool kind of a NBA custom marquee at the top that lights up. It's got a nice big 17-inch display, and it features 3 very cool games from back in the day. The first one, NBA Jam, I believe that came out around 93, and I actually remember playing that myself a lot with my cousin. We really had a lot of fun with that one. There's also NBA Jam Tournament Edition and NBA Hang Time, and I've really been having a lot of fun with that one as well. It's almost like a slightly better version of NBA Jam, and these are like 2-on-2 basketball games. And what's neat about this particular machine is it actually has 4 different places, so 4 people can play at once. There's 4 joysticks, 4 full sets of buttons. It's got a very nice sort of a console top. Very cool machine. There are others. If you're not into basketball, there's one that has there's one with some Star Wars games. There's ones with more classic games like Pac-Man and whatnot. That would probably be very cool. But I must say, I have really been enjoying this NBA Jam game. The one you see me playing here, that's the NBA Hang Time, and you really do some cool some cool slam dunks and stuff. And if you start to heat up, that is, if one player gets 3 baskets in a row, he catches fire, and it's just really neat. Anyway, a lot of other cool things with this as well. You can actually hook it up to your home Wi-Fi and play against people online. That's really neat. That's beyond anything I thought was actually coming when I heard about this. And of course, it's got a custom riser. You don't have to install it. It's a quick build. It comes, you can put it on the bottom underneath, and it raises the machine up an extra, I would say 15, 16 inches or so roughly. and that makes it more of an adult size machine. And you know, if you want to leave it lower, you can do that as well. It's probably a little bit better for kids, but a very cool machine. A lot more to say about this in my complete written review on the Best Buy Canada blog. Now, they did also send me a special NBA Jam stool. It was a separate thing. You do have to purchase it separately, but they sent that for me to test as well. You put it together yourself. It's very comfortable, and if you've got the machine set up with the riser, the stool is basically the perfect height to sit there and play the games. So anyway, that's all I'm going to say here in the video, but do go ahead and check out that written review on the Best Buy blog, and I will catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.